Hello. So I have a confession to make. It was hard to. It took me a few days to realize this, but I don't want to be a fitness coach anymore. It's depressing. Um, it's a depressing industry, and when I started, when I started in person, it wasn't as depressing because I'm in person and I can make it fun and we can talk about things and like, you know what I mean? It's just a different type of world, and I can create workouts that are based on movement, right? That are based on like weird movements and fun movements and things that feel explorative and creative, and it's hard to do that online because there's just so much noise. And when I look up fitness coach and what a fitness coach does, a lot of it is help clients set a goal, especially around weight management and body shaping, and then create a plan for clients to follow to achieve these goals. I don't want to do that. That sounds horrible. Um, uh, and it's crazy for me to say this to y'all because I don't I don't mean it like if that's one of your goals, then I'm sure there's other people in the world who will help you achieve those goals. But being around that kind of mindset and other trainers who think that way, I realize is making me really sad. Um, and part of me was thinking, oh, this is just the hormones, pregnancy hormones. I'm entering my second trimester. I'm getting my energy back. It feels good, and having this time to sleep and think really taught me that I don't want my business to make me feel depressed, because I'm all about play. I'm all about play is so important. Like play with a capital P, PLAY, the things that kids do, yes. And that's what I want to focus on. That includes movement. Most of the time, it includes movement for me. And so I want to spread that. So instead of being in the fitness industry, I want to transition into a different industry. I don't know if it's a movement industry, because I think movement is important and finding flow and finding different ways to move. And that's, I mean, when you do that, that's automatically gonna just like make you healthier, right? So like we don't have to be like, oh, let's look at the hell, let's look at all these numbers, like not everything. I don't want to be rigid, and I feel like because I'm using the word fitness and fit and stuff in my wording and how I talk to people lately, the last year or so, it's giving off the wrong message, I think, because when I think of fitness and what most people think of fitness are totally different things. And I don't have the power or the emotional bandwidth to try and convince the world or just you even that like fitness is not only just lifting these weights and running these miles and doing shit you don't want to do. Like that and so it's really hard, and I know I can motivate people to move their bodies more if I don't talk about it from a fitness point of view. Because when I talk to people and I talk to you, a lot of it is like, oh, I don't have motivation. I'm not motivated. I lack self motivation. And a lot of it is because the fitness industry is telling you to do it this way, this way, this way. And like that is not the way. And so I think I'm just blowing hot air when I keep talking about fitness, 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 because in our brains are thinking, oh, fitness, like the traditional sense of fitness. And that's not what I mean when I say fitness. I guess I mean movement. Just moving your body, like flowing. Like, I really enjoy, obviously, I enjoy dance. You hear me talk about it a lot. But I enjoy kettlebells. That makes you stronger. And it also, like, it also forces you to be in a flow and be more creative and be in a discovery mode. So you're not in this mode of I hate this, right? So I don't want to be a fitness coach anymore because the word fitness unfortunately has this connotation that I can't change. Like, I thought I could come into the internet and be like, all right, guys, you think fitness is this because for the last 50 years, this is what the world has been telling you fitness is. But actually, it can be this really fun, creative, innovative, discovery period, playful thing that doesn't feel like a chore. But like, offsetting 50 years of conditioning is depressing to me. It's so depressing. It's so depressing. And I want to do it. I really do. I want to be like, no. All this lack of self-motivation is because you are trying to motivate yourself to do things that you don't want to do. And I'm not about that. So that's why I can't be a fitness coach anymore. I think movement is more important. And I want to talk to people who are interested in learning how to move their bodies with love and self-respect and curiosity and playfulness. And I'm going to go into what these things mean. I think, like, I really love the concept of play. When I first started fitness coaching in general, I was training in theater. I was on stage. I was learning a lot. Theater saved my life because I used to be this crunchy, sad, anxious person, woman, black woman, angry black woman, all those things. And theater like saved me from that because it taught me how to play. It re-taught me how to play. And I noticed when I would go to work, like fitness job work, there's something similar. I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, there's something similar about what I'm doing in my theater world and what I'm doing in my fitness world. And I don't know what it is. It took me about a year. And then I realized, I was like, oh, we're playing. We're all playing. And I realized that play is not just physical. It's play. Physical play is a really good activity to learn how to get into a playful mode. But play, if I were to think of it as like a umbrella thing, a broad term, it's a nervous system state. It really is. It's kind of like you get to but in a safe place. You get to explore some intense feelings and actions and feelings and actions and thoughts, but in a safe place. So there's fight or flight. Have you heard of that? Where like when you get nervous or something happens to you and you either fight or you flight, you like go away or you run towards it. So play is kind of like that, but safety wise. You get to feel safe when you do it. So, and it allows you to make decisions that don't rely on what other people think, right? You get to be free. And some of my best clients are people who really were attracted to my playful approach to fitness or playful approach to movement. And once we got to know each other through that lens, they were interested in more of my like play somatic work. So I started doing like more movement based stuff, more writing, more creativity exercises that open people up to a more playful mindset, so that it's not just, oh, I'm gonna get fit. Yeah, play helps you get fit because you want to keep doing it and you keep moving, but also it makes you better at relationships. Especially women, I think we can get really like serious with ourselves because the world is a hard place and it makes us really hard, and then we lose that playfulness. So it helps with our relationships to become more playful. It helps ease anxiety. One of my clients, she had a hard time with anxiety, and we worked together, and her anxiety went down just because of the work we were doing together. And that is the power of play. And so it started as a movement thing. It started as like a physical thing, and just having fun and releasing, and not putting yourself in these boxes. And I think the problem is so many people put themselves in this fitness box, and I was doing that as a fitness coach. As a coach, I was putting myself into this fitness box that I just don't fit in. I'm tired of feeling like I don't fit in. I really am. I don't fit into this fitness world. Like, when I talk to other coaches, I don't agree with them. I don't care what they're talking about. I don't like how they talk to their clients. I don't want to be a part of it. And so if you join this group because you want to be consistent with exercise and stuff, that's great. I'm going to keep talking about movement and moving our bodies in fun ways. Moving our bodies in ways that feel good and feel like we're treating ourselves with self-respect and not just beating ourselves up. And that is going to change your lifestyle and change your whole mindset. Like I said, it's a nervous system thing. I'm really into the nervous system and how like somatics work. And movement is not just designed just so you can like meet a fitness goal, like results. Like, yeah, that's another thing. I'm tired of talking about results. I'm not going to talk about results. I don't want to talk about results. And when I say fitness coach, like, hi, my name is Tyler. I'm a fitness coach. People are going to come to me with results and like, oh, motivated results, motivation. And like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm sorry. So I'm getting this off my chest. It was really hard for me to do, and I'm getting emotional right now because I want the world to be like a more playful place. I really do. One, because I think I would have more friends. I love my friends, but I think it would be easier to talk to people and frolic around. I moved to Texas recently from California, and I think this is a more playful place, just because people are just a little more down to earth. But still, like, we don't have to be crunchy adults, and I know the world wants us to be crunchy adults because that's how they get money out of us. I mean, look at you ever watch TV and see all these pills, right? Like, this world, in this country especially, is designed to keep our brains in these boxes and not in a play mode. And you know what else, too? Play is instinctive. It is a primal instinct that was given to us by God. And it's been stripped away from us as adults. And you know why? You have a child running around and the child is told to be quiet and sit down. And yes, there's a time and place for everything. I do believe like children need discipline here and there, of course. But like, I think I was told to sit down way too much. And I think other kids are told to sit down way too much. And you were probably told to sit down and shut up way too much. And you know what we start doing? We start sitting down and we start shutting up. And then we get our bodies just kind of start deteriorating. Literally. And then you're like, oh, my knee hurts. Oh, da, da, da. And then you like, I got anxiety. Da, da, da. Because we don't let ourselves go. We don't let ourselves free. And movement is just an avenue towards that lifestyle, towards feeling more vitality, towards feeling more you, whatever that means. We don't know what that means yet. You know what that means. And I would love to help you learn what that means. I love doing that. And so I don't want to be a fitness coach anymore. I don't. Like, I'm tired of the industry. I don't want to try to convince people who believe in the industry so much that is wrong. Like, it's like it don't matter what I say. It's 50 years of conditioning that I don't feel like breaking through. I thought I could. I was ambitious. I was hella ambitious. I was like, man, I'm gonna fix this whole thing. No, I don't want to. I think my pregnancy is teaching me that I don't want to do all that. I want to find people who are down to play and down to start trusting their bodies and down to start releasing themselves and just be free. And so many results will come from that. I swear, you so many results will come from you just being your authentic self, and movement is a great avenue into starting that trajectory. Because movement allows you, especially when you have a coach like me, it allows you to feel safe, do it in a safe place. Like I have this one exercise I do with my clients. Not right away. It takes them, like, we got to build some trust and stuff. But after a while, I put them through what's called Find Your Flow, and I guess it's a game. I don't know, a play exercise, if you will, where it's like I set a timer for a minute or 2 minutes, and like just move. And you know how many people freeze when I say that? Like, and this is just me and them, or it's online, right? We're on a Zoom call, and if I tell them to squat for a minute, they'll do it. They're like, yeah, sure, I'll squat for a minute. But if I say just move for a minute, they freeze. They don't know what to do because they have not been in a place that nurtures the freedom of being who you are and making your choices not based off what everyone else is doing, how everyone else is looking at you. And so many people freeze, and it takes like a week for us to get to a place where they feel more confident just moving. And if I say just move for a minute, you could do squats for a minute. Who's to say that's not movement? Squats are movement. But just telling someone to move. And like, for me, at first I thought that was so weird. Not weird, but like, I wasn't judging my clients, but I was surprised. I was like, oh wow, this is like hard for people. And that's a problem. And I'm a coach, so I'm here to solve those problems, of course. But if all these people are so afraid to just move for a minute and not have any direction of how to move, but just move, how are you freezing up in the rest of your life? How are you freezing up in your fitness journey? You know what I'm saying? Like, the motivation, when you say, oh, I don't have motivation to do it, it's because you're not letting yourself be and move how you want to move. You're saying, oh, these fitness coaches say I gotta go do an hour of strength training, I gotta do 30 minutes of cardio, I gotta do this, and so no one's gonna be motivated to do that. I'm not motivated to do that all the time. Like, no, I don't want to do that. And that's why I don't want to be a fitness coach anymore, because I don't want to put me or you in those boxes. In these fitness man, F these fitness boxes, for real. They're making me mad, and I'm tired. I really feel kind of dumb that I was so ambitious. Thought I was so ambitious to be like, let me change the fitness industry and tell them that it doesn't have to be this way. It's 50 years of conditioning. I don't think I can break through it. It's not without sacrificing my own mental health. Because, oh my gosh. So if I just kind of separate myself from fitness, I think I'm going to try that out and just focus on the playful aspect of movement. So you're going to hear me talk about play. You're going to hear me talk about movement. And I especially think as an African American woman, as a black woman, play is essential for us because we grew up fast. Even if you didn't grow up as fast as like other African American women, like every household is different, right? Every environment is different. But just being black in America causes you, a woman especially, causes you to grow up in kind of a hardened way. And we don't play. That's even the saying that we have. I don't play that. We don't play. I ain't playing with you. Right? And so I want to play with you. I want to be free from all of this. I need to do this way, and this is the way it needs to be done, because that's not true. Because play is also going to help you be more productive, because you can think out of the box now. You can be creative with what you do and what you say and how you approach your relationships to yourself and the people around you and the work that you do. Because now you're playing. It's a mindset, it's a nervous system state, and movement is going to be the doorway into that. And so Yeah, I'm done with fitness. I don't know what industry this is. Like, I don't know if it's like a movement industry, which kind of overlaps fitness a little bit. That's fine. Movement industry, play industry. Um, I don't know what it is, and that scares me too because it's like I wish I could just be normal. I wish I could just be a normal fitness coach. I wish I could just be like, okay, you want to lose 50 pounds in 3 months. Okay, let me write this program and set your nutrition macros and da da da. I wish I could just do that. This business would be so much easier to come online and just show you my muscles. I mean, I'm not super ripped because I don't aim to be super ripped, but if I wanted to be super ripped, it would not be hard for me to do. I could do it. Like, it wouldn't be hard. I'm strong and stuff, but I'm not like, I don't really focus on being super ripped. That's not what I like to move my body to move my body. And I like to lift heavy things in fun ways. I do. But not to just look a certain way. And like, I feel like if I did that, life would be so much easier. Like, I would be so much better at this whole fitness business thing. And so, but I don't want to. I wish I could. I wish that it was easier to do that, but I can't. I can't do it. I can't. I won't. It's annoying. I can't do it. So yeah, I'm not a fitness coach anymore. Right now I have it says coach. I'm a fitness coach in real life, I guess. Not in real life, in person. At Orange Theory. That's my part-time job. And I enjoy it. And it's fun. But I don't make up the workouts. I get to teach the workouts. It's cool. And I get to teach movement. I like because I can be like, ooh, this is how you move. Like, oh, this lady has knee pain in her inner knee. Oh, are you putting enough pressure on this part of your foot? Put more pressure on this part of your foot. Oh, does your knee still hurt? No, it doesn't hurt anymore. Boom. You just learned how to move well. Like, that's more important. Okay. That's my live for today and my confession that I don't no longer want to be a fitness coach. I am a play and movement coach. I'm a play coach. If I were to like say what it is all the way, it sounds kind of woo woo, and I don't know if it makes sense. You tell me. I would like an embodied play coach because there's the word body in there and play. And because so you're embodying now this playfulness. I don't know if that sounds right though. But whatever. That's kind of where I'm at. Another thing I like to do that I'm good at is I write. And I perform theater, right? I told you my whole theater background. And I actually use a lot of these writing techniques that I learned with my clients. After we get past the movement stuff, they want to explore more play. They do. And they're like, how can I explore more? And then we start. One client, she was tight. She let me go all the way with her. She ended up writing a solo piece. She wrote like a poem, a pretty like lengthy poem. And then she performed it. Something she's never done before and she's always wanted to do. So she went to this open mic and she performed it. And like, she was like, I felt lighter in my body. I'm like, yes, that's what happens when you express yourself without any kind of apprehension of what the fuck everyone else thinks. And the key there is expressing yourself first. And then you have to learn how to do it in a way that invites people along for the journey without caring about what they think. But that's a separate thing. But she allowed me, she trusted me to take her through the whole trajectory of starting with movement, having fun with movement, and now she plays pickleball regularly. She found something she loves to do. And a lot of my clients too, I realized, okay, I'm almost done. A lot of my clients too, I realized, have a traumatic past with fitness. They were not, hey Google, turn the lights on. They were not.
All right, turning 3 lights on.
They were not treated well by their coaches and trainers, or they learned to see fitness or exercise as a punishment for their bodies instead of a stress reliever. They were guilted and shamed into doing things instead of empowered, encouraged to do it. And I want to work with those people too. People who are like me and they're tired of the fitness industry antics, and they don't want to be treated like they suck. They don't want to be guilted into only using willpower to do things. Like your whole life, our whole lives are built on willpower. We live in America. You probably have a job you don't even like, so that takes willpower to go to every day, you know? And like now you're asking someone to take willpower and put it into and use it to move their bodies. No wonder their bodies are rejecting it all the time. People are crying before they work out, during their workouts. Like, we're not joining the military. So, I'm tired of it being so militant. Anyway, that's what I have to say. I'm no longer a fitness coach. I rebuke. So, I'm changing my membership, the Playful Fit Club. I'm taking out the word fit. And it's going to be the Playful Movement Club. Or maybe the Play and Movement Club. Something like that. Where it's still going to be weekly classes. We're still going to have movement classes. We're still going to have strength classes because that's part of movement. We're still going to have coaching once a week where you just drop in and get coaching on stuff that you want coaching on. I'm still going to have all that stuff. But I'm not going to like focus on the fit aspect. And the nutrition part is going to turn into play with your food. Because I know food is an aspect too, and I think people take it really seriously. And so play with your food is just going to be fun ways to cook the things that are healthy for you. And eat the things that are healthy for you without it being an overwhelming thing. So I still want to like help people with the things that I want to help people with. But I'm tired of using the word fitness and fit and all that because the definition of the way the world uses it, I can't beat that. So I can't do it. Anyway, let me know what you think. Yeah. What do you think about the fitness industry, and what do you think about when you think of the word fitness and stuff? And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I just think of it maintaining my health. I don't think most people think of it that way, though. And if you're not motivated, and if you want to do it, like your brain wants to move more and stuff and be fit, but you don't feel motivated, it's because you're looking at it through a fitness lens. And it's time to take that lens off with me and turn it into a play lens. If you're down, if you want to keep the fitness lens on, that's great. You can stay in the group. You can lurk, whatever. But it's just going to be tough for you. All right. I love y'all, and I will see you later. Thanks.